Hey everybody, welcome back. I wanted to get some more videos this week, but unfortunately, Sunday night I had an accident and twisted my ankle, so was dealing with that. Still hurts, but there's stuff to be done and I had to keep moving, but anyway, I'm over here at my house and brought something over so I can get some stuff done, and I figured, well, I was going to do a video on this at some point anyway. So why not now? The Coyote. You guys remember we got this there a few months back, and well, right now she's currently down with electrical issues, which is the second time. Um, this is a Coyote LB 2204 with a Coyote KL 122 loader. It has the turf tires on it, which, this being my mom and stepdad's tractor, he'd like to have more aggressive tires on it, but it's not a bad little tractor. I personally couldn't have a use for one of these for what I want to do, as when they bought this, they got a 6-foot finish mower to go with it, which works nice, but we tried picking it off the trailer with the loader and the back end picked up, so this is a really light tractor. For home, around the home and stuff like that, yeah, it's nice. But I personally would get better use out of something bigger with a loader, which is something that's being in the works. So I do like that it has a roll bar. I wish it had a canopy on it. I do like canopies, especially with the sun getting aggressive. I borrowed clamp-on pallet forks from my ex-brother-in-law to use because there's stuff to be moved. And I don't know if I've ever said it before, but I hate home improvements. So there's not really too much to say about this thing. I mean, it's alright. Just not really my cup of tea. In a nutshell, this is kind of like pretty much the same identical thing to the older Kubotas. I had a Kubota L175, and pretty much everything's laid out the same on it. This does have 3-point hitch. The guy who owned it before, it kind of did a rattle can paint job on it, I'd say, but I don't know. I ran it on the drags a little bit. I think you guys might remember that video, but that's kind of about all I'm going to say on it. I don't know a whole lot about them, but so yeah, as far as hunting goes, I haven't gotten out much, so due to twisting the ankle, which is the first time I've ever done that. But so I'm going to be ordering the manifold for the Super H here soon to do that. Got firewood that needs cut. We're finishing up the pen for my dogs, which is the whole point of that tractor being here, because we got to move their coop down to it and pretty much just do the finishing touches. This is our burn pit. I want to fill this in, and I would put a garage here. It ought to get filled in anyway, because when we first moved in here, there was crap that they were burning in here anyway, so I just continued it on. When I had the skid steer here, those blocks were actually down there, and they were left here from previous owners. So I kind of brought them up here, kind of put where it would end. So it's getting cold enough. I got a little bit of ice on the pond. I just thawed out some, but there's still some on this upper part here. But no, that's really about it. Another subject I wanted to cover too, because it's been a discussing thing with other people, between me and some other people, is kerosene heaters. And a lot of people cringe on them, but to kind of give everybody my experience with them is that I don't have a problem running them. We ran them up at the cabin for quite a bit, well, for as long as I can remember anyway. If you do run a kerosene heater, or I'm thinking about it, the clear kerosene is what you are supposed to run in them. And a lot of people talk about, oh, well, they put out soot. If you have them set properly, and this is where, reading the manuals and stuff that comes with them is very important. You have them set just right, they will not put out any soot. And if you and running the clear kerosene too, that plays a big factor. If you run the red dye kerosene, they will put out soot. You won't get as good a life out of them. I mean, granted, you can change the wicks and stuff like that, but it would eat away the wick a lot quicker. I am running one along with the wood stove in the house right now because home improvements, so it's not as well insulated. So the wood stove does a good enough job, but we just got one to kind of help get some heat upstairs because some of the areas aren't very as well insulated right now. Before the renovations took place, one kerosene heater would keep my house a steady 65-70 degrees, and that's just one. So they are very economical, and they can run a long time. Like the round ones can run like 8 hours or so on a full tank of kerosene, and the small square ones can go about 12. Now they don't put out as much BTUs, but they still do a good job. So if there's anybody who was ever thinking about using them, that's kind of my take on it, my experience, and what I know about them. So, those are kind of the topics. I know there wasn't a whole lot on the Kioti. I'm not really a fan. It's been kind of a trouble child lately. I actually have the local mechanic coming to take a look at it because of the electrical issues, which he had done some stuff with it before, but I'm kind of thinking the whole entire thing needs rewired. So, oh, I forgot. Got stuff for the Super H. Bear in mind, this is my work truck, so that's why it looks like crap. Got the set of rear wheel weights for it. A guy on Facebook Marketplace had them listed for, had two H parts tractors for sale. And I would have bought both of them, but I don't have a way to haul them right now. But I asked about the weights. They're for sale, $150 for them. So I got them. So anyway, that's about it. Now just waiting for my leg to heal properly, which would be good. So I guess that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Sunday, I am not entirely sure if I'm gonna have a video up because at hunting time, there's guys that come up from like the King of Prussia area of PA, which for those of you, if you don't know, is like a little bit more north. I'm gonna say a bit northwest, a little bit from Philadelphia, northwest of Philadelphia. And they've been coming up forever. Well, this will be the first year they've come up since the roads have been opened back up. And normally they'd come up the first week until Wednesday. Well, this year for some reason they decide on the second week, and they will be coming up on Sunday, so I'm going to go and visit with them because I haven't seen them in 6 years. Because I would have seen them in 2015, but that's when my dad passed away, and so yeah, I didn't do any hunting that year, but if I get a chance to do a video, I will. I'm actually going to be going up to the cabin here before too long because I'm going to get heat going because my uncle and my cousin are going to be going up. They're going to stay through the weekend, and I don't know if I'm going to just yet, but I will. Actually, maybe that's what I can do. I can take a video of the interior of the cabin because that's something I did say I was going to do. So I will catch you guys on the next one, and be safe.